Samma Sambuddhassa.
As reflected by the very name of Nava Nalanda Mahavihara, Nava means new, but it is the revival of the ancient one, Sri Nalanda Mahavihara. And it is carrying forward the legacy of that ancient institution which attracted students from different countries, monks as well as lay people.
Sri Nalanda Mahavihara was a formidable institution, both in its size and stature. Its infrastructure and amenities were beyond imagination. It is the finest example of the awe-inspiring legacy of institutionalization of higher learning in ancient India. Nalanda was already in existence for 600 years by the time any other such university education system started elsewhere in the world. The exemplary system of education was based on the Buddhist principle of Pariyatti, meaning theory, Patipatti, meaning practice, and Pativedan, meaning experience, and thus had no parallel.
The Nava Nalanda Mahavihara has also acted upon how to implement those teachings of the Buddha. The Buddha always emphasized on Pariyatti, Patipatti and Pativedan. Pariyatti means his doctrines, his teachings, but simply learning by heart those teachings carry no meaning if they are not implemented and practiced upon in the daily life of a person or the learner. And the Buddha says that only after understanding Pariyatti and acting upon Patipatti, one can experience the fruits, that is Pativedan.
Nalanda is situated in the heart of ancient Magad, the most intimately connected region with the life and revelations of the teachings of the Buddha. In conformity of its sanctity and a culture of local patronage, Magad, in the first millennia CE, became a conglomerate of monasteries from different traditions offering the true teachings of the Buddha. Magad was seen as a Dhamma engine by a large part of Asia, which had already come in contact with the teachings of the Buddha by this period. A cluster of viharas or sangharamas started operating as educational institutions in this time. The Ancient Nalanda University was the epicenter of the Dhamma engine that the region had turned into. Monk scholars from different countries started taking years of arduous journeys through different routes to this pious land. Magad was the first known cosmopolitan study center known in the world. This great institution remained engaged in the organized transmission of knowledge and unprecedented ideas across Asia and some other regions for an uninterrupted period of 800 years between the 5th to 12th century CE, and then came the fall. The invading forces were camping at the present-day Bihar Sharif, which is settled over the ancient Odanpuri University. His Excellency Dr. Rajendra Prasad, the first President of the Republic of India, conceived the idea of carrying forward the heritage and legacy of the ancient Nalanda Mahavihara in consultation with Bhikkhu Jagdish Kashyap, an erudite Buddhist scholar. Thus, the Nava Nalanda Mahavihara was founded on the 20th November 1951 with Bhikkhu Jagdish Kashyap as its founder director. The emblem of the institution is based on an inscribed seal of the ancient Sri Nalanda Mahavihara with the Dharma Chakra, flanked by 2 deers, found during the excavations of the ruins of the ancient Nalanda University. The nights of obscurity gave way to the dawn of a new era over the historical land of Nalanda. The Nava Nalanda Mahavihara has come a long way since its inception in carrying forward the tradition and legacy of ancient Sri Nalanda Mahavihara.
Yeah, we are so happy because we never believed we have a chance to come by ourselves. We can worship the Buddha play, and where Buddha is the play, Buddha get enlightenment. We cannot believe we can be here in India and worship the Buddha play. So every of us cry and then we worship like that. Yeah.
I have come to study here because Nalanda University is the legacies of Ancient University. That is the most popular in ancient time. So most of the students in Cambodia also in around 1965, there are so one monk that is called Mahakosananda. He's a great scholar of Cambodia. He also used to come here and study, and he also was a student in Nalanda Mahavihara. He's a great scholar.
Students from different parts of Asia and other parts of the world, they come here only because we believe and we act upon the great legacy of Buddhism.
In consonance with its cultural importance, the Nava Nalanda Mahavihara realizes the role it has to play in weaving together the Dhamma, or the teachings of the Buddha, the Charya, which is practice, and Buddhacharika, or the sublime wanderings of the Buddha, while also facilitating awareness generation, protection, and preservation of the rich Buddhist legacy Magad is bestowed with. Therefore, the first major task undertaken by the Nava Nalanda Mahavihara immediately after its establishment was the revival of the teachings of the Buddha in the land of their origin and in their original form. The Nava Nalanda Mahavihara worked very hard to popularize the study and research of Pali language and literature. During the first decade of its establishment, it published the whole set of Pali Tipitak for the first time in Devanagari script in 41 eloquent volumes.
Sixth Buddhist Council, according to Theravada tradition, had been organized in Myanmar from 1954 to 1956. And the entire Pali Tipitak was edited, corrected, and finally declared its present form. And on the basis of that, Nava Nalanda Mahavihara took up the task and published the entire Pali Tipitak in 41 volumes.
They adopted the Chatta Sanghayan edition as their main base, but did not follow it blindly. In the margin, under footnotes, suppose there is a word. In Chatta Sanghayan, the word is in one form. In Singali, little different. In Roman, yet some other differences are there. So they compared with Singali, with Thai, whatever editions were available, standard editions, Thai, Sinhalese, Roman, and then adopted one of the three readings and also gave reasons why did they adopt it. So by following this method, they tried to make this edition perfect as far as possible in every respect. That is why it was welcomed, it was accepted by the scholars of all over the world.
Further, it took up the task of publishing, editing and publishing the Atthakathas, Tikas and Anutikas.
In order to help students and researchers to understand clearly the meaning of Pali texts and to make them familiar with the fundamental trends of morphology and syntax of the Pali language, a strong need was felt to compile a comprehensive dictionary. Accordingly, this challenging work on a landmark version of a bilingual Pali-Hindi dictionary has been going on in full swing since 2004. Pali is a classical language which is no more in common usage. Therefore, dictionary volumes with grammatical interpretation are being prepared. 6 volumes of this exhaustive dictionary have already been published, and work on the rest is going on.
For the first time in the history of Indian lexicography, there is an attempt to explain a Pali word in Hindi, not only giving by its meaning, but also quoting the place, the reference of the Tipitaka from where this word has been taken up.
The Mahavihar also has a rich manuscripts library with some rare manuscripts in different languages. The cultural campus is another important feature of this institution. A Vipassana meditation center has been started here to facilitate practice and experience amongst its faculty, students, local population, and interested people worldwide. The center marks the revival of the tradition of practice on the historical land of Nalanda. The magnificent Xuanzang Memorial was erected on the very soil of Nalanda as a mark of respect to the Tibetan master Xuanzang, and also as a token of gratitude for his most valuable contributions to the mankind. Made with the joint efforts of India and China, the memorial offers a unique experience and insight into the life and contributions of Master Xuanzang. Nalanda and Master Xuanzang are inseparable, as his travelogue was the main basis of the identification of the ruins of village Badgaon with Nalanda, the ancient Indian seat of learning. The Nava Nalanda Mahavihara has developed a number of exhibitions to highlight the pilgrimage legacy of Master Xuanzang. It has also published a number of books on it and has carried out fresh interpretation of his travel accounts to start some landmark research and heritage outreach projects. The photo documentation of sculptures carried out under one of these projects led to the recovery of sculptures stolen from certain villages. Lohjara is one such village from where a sculpture was stolen but was recovered and reinstalled back thanks to the documentation work carried out by the Mahavihar.
मैपिंग ऑफ नालंदा इन एंड अराउंड प्रोजेक्ट के तहत मगध के लगभग 100 गांवों का डॉक्यूमेंटेशन किया गया था और यह मूर्ति चोरी हो गई थी 2014 में, और उसी डॉक्यूमेंटेशन के कारण और हमारे जो ग्रामीण लोग हैं इनके अथक प्रयास से 2016 में यह मूर्ति पुनः प्राप्त कर लिया गया था और उसी वजह से डॉक्यूमेंटेशन की वजह से यह अंतर्राष्ट्रीय बाजार में बिकने से बच गया था.
We have got tremendous response and people are coming forward realizing their concern to preserve the sculptures of the Buddha and his disciples.
The Nava Nalanda Mahavihara has also successfully revived an ancient Buddha trail walked by Master Xuanzang in the 7th century CE.
Nava Nalanda Mahavihara took initiative to revive all pilgrimage sites of Bihar, and Jetian is one of them. Because this is very important site from the historical point of view. From here, royal patronage was added to the history of Buddhism.
It is now an annual event supported by monks from different countries, Buddhist organizations, and local population alike.
The people around Nalanda in different villages of Magad, they have developed a sense of deep belongingness to Buddhism and how to protect the legacy.
The Nava Nalanda Mahavihara is an institution with a difference. It was established to carry forward the tradition and legacy of ancient Sri Nalanda Mahavihara. A great responsibility the institution continues to fulfill faithfully to this day. The Nava Nalanda Mahavihara celebrated its 71st foundation day on the 20th November 2021. In these 71 momentous years, the deemed university has had some landmark achievements in fulfilling the purpose of its establishment.